My name is Arman from Properate, and I'm climbing these stairs right now to show you how to create a shoebox model. A shoebox model is usually the first step you take to better understand Stride, Studio, and in general grasp the fundamentals of the F280 standard. Here, as you can see, I have entered a room that is simple and rectangular. And as the name suggests, this is what you need for a shoebox model. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to close the door behind me, make sure that the room is roughly well lit. And now I'm going to go to the Stride app. So here in the Stride app, I have logged in after creating an account if I don't have one, and I see the starting screen. Before I start and press the new project, I am going to make sure that my device is charged up really well. I also am going to make sure that it's not on low power mode that can impact the app's performance. And if I have an internet connection, whether it's by using my cell phone's tethering hotspot functionality or through Wi-Fi or some other means, internet is a nice to have for some of the functionality. It's not required, but if I want to activate it, this is the stage I'm going to do that. So once I'm ready to get started, I press new project. Here I see a few things. The first thing is that I can enter the address of this home. Because this is a test home, I'm just going to override the automatic address finding of the tool, and I'm just going to put in a basically a generic address, but you will realize that the app is picking up an address at the place you are doing the work in or somewhere near it, and you can modify this address if it's not accurate. I also have the ability to change the project title. So here I'm going to say Shoebox HR AI, and I'm going to also take a look at the other things that it asks me. But I don't want to get too deep into this interface right now. I just want to jump ahead a little bit. We will talk about these in more detail when we are doing our whole home scan, which is one of the follow-up videos. And I'm going to press review assemblies. This one also is a page that I won't get too deep into, but in general, it's just asking you about the defaults in this project so that we don't have to go ahead and change them later on constantly. Of course, you can change these inside the app on a object by object basis, but these defaults make sure that you have to do that the least amount of time. So now I'm going to press start scanning, and here I see where the magic happens with Stride. It's going to start scanning this space using the LiDAR module on this iPad Pro device, which, by the way, I'm holding in the horizontal orientation, but you can use it horizontally or vertically, whichever is more comfortable for you. Now I want to take a second to tell you what we are seeing on the screen. We are basically seeing the outlines of whatever that Stride has managed to scan. Some of these outlines you see, they are blue. They are denoting that this is probably an exterior surface, because exterior surfaces are very important in detection for the F280 standard. And then the other ones are green, meaning that the object is detected and it's probably interior. So once I'm fairly happy with what has been detected, I press inspect, and here I can see that I am getting a 3D model of this environment I am in. If you notice, as I'm moving right now, I'm moving towards this couch. This red indicator is moving with me. Okay, I think I have scanned everything here. So I press finish room, and it asks me about what kind of room this is. I can say it's an office. We will talk about the implications of this choice, but for now it really doesn't make a difference. So I press next, and I will have my room saved. At this point, I can also make changes if I want to. So this might get a little bit of getting used to, but whatever you see here, you can tap on the screen. So here, as I'm looking at this window, I'm just using my thumb to tap on the window on the screen. And here it says window selected. So if I want to, for example, edit the window dimensions, because it's trying to pick up this window from behind the curtain and I want to make it a little bit more accurate, I can do that. I can change the defaults. So you remember we had the single pane as the default, but we can say it's a double pane with insulating a spacer. We can say that it has interior blinds, for example, and if it has an overhang, we can apply all of these to this surface. We can also add things here. For example, I use my thumb again to tap on the corner that I'm seeing here, and I say add entity on wall. So if I see any of these things, for example, if I want to add a ventilation detail, if for example I see a kind of a utility fan in this corner, which I don't, but for the sake of argument, let's say I do, and it's an exhaust fan, 30 liters per second, I just add it here and you can see it. If I go and tap on this again, I can see again the same thing, that it says edit ventilation and add entity. So once I'm getting the basics of this, I can press review, and here again I see the same 3D view. I press done scanning. It asks me, have you finished your scan? And I say yes, I have, for this shoebox model. And now this is getting uploaded to my studio environment, which is what we are going to use next. And this uploading is the automatic way if you have an internet connection. If not, you can press export, and you can use the offline method of uploading this into your computer and uploading it into Studio basically. Here you also have the ability to edit project details if you want to, and you also have the ability to delete it in the top right corner or press load scan. And here is an interesting thing: when you go back to the room, if you ever do, you can just see the same thing. You can see the little orb that I created here, the ventilation system with all its details. You see that it's working. So with that out of the way, let's go to Studio and let's see how this worked out.